Well, good evening, everybody. Second time's the fucking charm, as it were. Alright. So, I previously recorded a whole fucking session of shit, and the audio was completely fucked up. So, I'm kind of just like, what the fuck? Oh, fuck me. Wow. Okay. So, what am I talking about? Or what am I going to be talking about? This is about scam artists and people who have fake accounts and stuff like that. I'm not talking about me when I'm just trolling. Um, this is talking about people who do have fake accounts and stuff like that and things like that. Okay, so just lovely, isn't it? It's just fucking awesome. I'm kind of pissed because basically what happened was I was doing a recording earlier and all my mic audio was screwed up completely. And I recorded for about, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how long I actually recorded for, but I recorded for a decent amount of time. And I think I've deleted it. It's gone now, so I have no idea how big the fucking file was, but it was fucking huge. Oh, fuck, man. I really give up. I really do. Fuck's my. Oh, there's my recycling bin. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck. Fuck my life sometimes. No, seriously, it was fucking frustrating because for the last half an hour or so, I've been yabbering on about this shit and I have to do it again. Fine then, I'll fucking do it. If I have to fucking do it, I'll fucking do it! Okay, so going on about scam type people or scam artists, in other words, or fake profiles on Facebook in particular. So let's go and head over here, shall we? So I've been looking through and finding fake profiles or getting fake profiles on my profile.
Huge.
Fuck's sake. Fucking shit in the background. Um. Fucking seriously, my cigarette went out. Fuck off, cunt. There we fucking go. Jesus. Alright. uh. So these are the accounts that I've been getting. They're mostly Indonesian accounts, but look at it, like a vast majority of them are Indonesian. It's all different types of people. Like, to be honest, a vast majority of them seem like fakes. Now, this one I don't know. I don't know whether this look this looks fake to me. It's actually, this is not Indonesian. This account is not Indonesian at all. But this is one of the accounts that I was talking about. So this is just one. It randomly says like somewhere in the Gold Coast of Queensland. All right, so fair enough. You know, I mean, some of the fake details are filled in, sort of thing. But I mean, typically you can spot a fake profile pretty much straight away. Um, it's got a UK. It's got a UK address and it's got a UK phone number by the looks of it. I should probably try calling that actually. What else? There is a ton of stuff on this profile that you can just see. The other thing too is recently created stuff like that, basic contact information, stuff like things along those lines. You know, it's a male profile and it marks down as being a female profile. So most of the time, what they're trying to do is attract somebody, particularly males, in most cases, to this profile. I mean, even females, you can even attract those too, depending on the situation, of course. The thing is, a vast majority of this stuff is you know, it is a fake account, regardless. It's got barely any information. Like, to be honest, if you're going to make a fake account, at least put some information in that's relevant. So, you know, that's how I feel anyway. And especially if, you know, be creative. You know, be creative. If you're gonna scam someone, be fucking creative. Don't be a fucking, you know, just, you know, slap it together in 5 minutes type person. Alright, so then we've got this other one, which is, this is actually in Indonesia, so this is an Indonesian one as well. Now, they do have a couple of real profile pictures on there as well, but it's obviously to attract somebody's attention, so you're attracting the attention of that particular person, so, like, look, at the end of it, I've had at least 2 of these, right? This one, and this one, I believe. Yeah, this one, so this is another example. And typically what these profiles will have them in most cases, will actually be sex sites, you know, dodgy dating sites that you probably wouldn't legitimately put your credit card into because there's no fucking way you honestly know where the fucking data's going. A vast majority of it is that. I mean, it's mostly just dodgy dating sites and stuff like that. Sometimes it can be sexual images, depending on the situation. Sometimes they will send you messages like this, like a profile I set off before. This one here. I set it off and I just said, oh, well, actually, I waved to it initially and it sent me a link. I'm not going to click the link, but that's my point. That's what you can do. And mostly it'll come up with pornographic images and stuff like that. Like it'll be like a sex site selling sex or something for locals or whatever. And so I just put laugh out loud, laugh my ass off. It kind of cracked me up. It actually did it was quite funny, to be honest. Some of the shit they came up with anyway. But okay, so I also managed to clear out at least in the other video, which didn't fucking work. At least 6 different fake accounts out of my friends list. Now, periodically, what I'll do is I'll communicate with these accounts and see exactly what they do. So I'll analyze their speech patterns, I'll analyze them, I'll see exactly what's going on with them. Not just that, I'll sort of take a rough estimation of what they're doing, you know, things like that, and just run through the stuff that the language they use, stuff like that. Especially because you can pick up when the first language isn't English. Second, you know, I guess the second part is you can also pick up the other stuff, I guess, as well. But like the main accounts, sort of the accounts that have sort of been giving me grief, I guess, is this one here, right here. It wasn't really giving me grief; it's just more messaging me straight away. But this is the type of account, you know, like you got freaking, you know, clantily clad women and stuff like that, and stuff along those lines. You know, clantily. Clantly, oh, fuck if I know. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. No, realistically, I literally did the fucking video for fucking hours, and now I just don't feel like doing anything. Literally. Because I'm kind of fucking pissed. The first fucking video didn't work. So let me get interested in this. Alright, so from what I can see for the most part, these are fake accounts. I had at least 6 fake accounts on there, and most of the time it's trying to pick you up. Like it's trying to get women. It's trying to get women or men to react to the sexual attractiveness, particularly of the person in question. In most cases, I'm not saying every time, but sometimes. The other majority of stuff, I guess, is fake profiles on Instagram and all those different types of websites and stuff like that. Realistically, those sites can. They can look. I don't know. Fuck me. Seriously, I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed, man. No, look, I really am. I'm fucking pissed because Firstly, I'm pissed because fucking I was sitting there trying to fucking do this video for the last fucking half an hour. My fucking cunt of a mic just fucking decides to die, and fucking telling you, fuck. Oh, fuck my life sometimes. Fucking hell. I give up. I really fucking do. Alright. Let's see if we can, you know, get a bit more focused, you know, maybe clear my head a little bit. Jesus Christ. I'm charging my fitness band, so I know exactly what time it is and shit now and everything else, and fuck me. Alright. Oh, God. Sorry. I'm so pissed. I'm so annoyed. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed that it took me fucking hours to do that fucking... Well, it felt like fucking hours anyway, realistically. I don't know whether it was necessarily hours. It might have been... I don't know. It might have been about an hour or so that I did the video for. I'm literally like, what the fuck, man? Seriously. Alright, so let me just have a quick smoke. Because I cannot think straight at the moment. I'm kind of pissed. Oh, right. So, let me try and get my head around some shit. Lovely. Just lovely, lovely. Let's see if I can think a little bit more clearer. Oh, man. Fuck my life sometimes, I swear. It was an equipment fault that caused my problem, but I didn't check initially. Now, it might have slightly been... I don't think it was necessarily my fault, but I thought everything would be working on my computer. I thought everything would be fine. But apparently my computer was just chucking a spaz, and it decided to go fuck itself, basically. Hold on a second. I need a bit of lighter. Where the fuck's my other lighter? The fuck? Christ. Oh, fuck me. Holy. Right. Fuck me. Seriously? Oh, Christ on a stick. That's better. Yeah, anyway, okay. No, realistically, so if I can get my shit together and get my head around this for a second. So, talking about fake profiles. Christ. So talking about fake profiles, which is this is pretty much dedicated to scammers and stuff and things like that. So it kind of does crack me up when some of this shit happens, realistically. Like, it does crack me up a lot. Typically, unless I'm annoyed with something like I am at the moment, because I'm kind of annoyed that I lost that recording. But, so this is the type of profile stuff that you get on Facebook. It's very similar to this. It's mostly scantily clad, see, I'm saying it properly now. Scantily clad women. Typically, there's always a breast shot, or there's always a buttock shot, or there's a yoga pants shot, or there's something along those lines, typically, in most cases. Not always, but in most cases, there is something along those lines. Or they're slightly topless, or something along those lines. They may have covered nipples, you know, things like that. Specific stuff like that. So, I mean, that does happen, realistically. Now, that's not every profile that's fake that does that, but a vast majority does. Typically, within a few hours of contacting these particular people, they'll do a few things. First thing they'll do is they'll try to get you on Hangouts. I'm currently on a chick, or supposedly a chick. She got me on Instagram, so she sent me a message there, and then she got me on what was the other one? Oh, that's right, yeah. She got me on so she got me on Instagram, and then she decided that she wanted to go to Hangouts to talk to me. So I'm like, fair enough, that's fine, no problem. I'll show you the entirety of the conversation that happened there anyway. But, like, initially going through most of this stuff anyway, typically these profiles they're normally of scantily clad women, you know, things along those lines. Now, not that that's a bad thing. I don't have a problem with people being a bit pervy and wanting to look at women, you know, wanting to look at men or women, regardless of the situation. I don't have any judgment against it at all. What I'm trying to point out is that most of the time it's people trying to get sex in straight off the gate, you know, in most cases. A vast majority of these sites are trying to get you to sign up to some dodgy website that probably wouldn't pass credit card verification, to be honest. And personally, I wouldn't trust them. You know, I wouldn't chuck my fucking credit card within 50 feet of them. So the thing that you must note with most of these profiles is that certain degree come from India, some come from Indonesia and Philippines. The Filipinos, yeah, or Philippines in particular, can be one of those source areas for that type of stuff. Not always, but sometimes. Other times they can have different types of names. You know, whether it's a specific name or not. I guess the other side of it too is there's other profiles that that are obviously fake. I mean, look. Put it this way: you have to be a pretty big fucking idiot in the first place not to notice a fake profile. It's normally created within a certain date, so it's normally created within the first. Like, it's virtually just been created, that account, and so you can virtually tell, oh, sorry, this is a brand new account. And sometimes they try to establish it as a long time account. The truth is, what will happen a vast majority of the time when you're talking to these people is they'll get you on to come on to Hangouts. You talk for a while on Hangouts, and then suddenly some weird disaster or weird accident happens or something, and then they need like $5,000 to be wired to them via Western Union or MoneyGram. Not so much via PayPal, because PayPal's you're more guarded against stuff like that. But particularly Western Union, MoneyGram, I think there's a couple of other services as well which do instant credit card transactions and stuff. Typically you'll find there's a bunch of them anyway, but or there's at least a few that do that. Thinking with Western Union, MoneyGram and stuff is that a vast majority of this stuff is what's the word I'm looking for here? Well, they don't really have the safeguards in place like PayPal does. PayPal has some fairly good safeguards when it comes to insurance and stuff like that, and guaranteeing people get their money back or won't get them. You know, in most cases you'll get your money back. Very rarely if I had a PayPal transaction where I haven't got my money back. What else? I guess other things to look out for is, of course, clientele scout women. It's not always women though; it can be men too. I haven't had much experience with men, but I've definitely had a lot of experience with women. I don't know. I've just generally had I've been for at least one romance scam myself as a personal experience point. I mean, that's $4,000. You know, whatever. I lost it a long time ago. That's fine. I'm not going to gripe too much about that. But with a relationship scam per se, or a romance scam, typically you feel the person will make you feel emotionally manipulated. They'll try to guilt you into things. They'll try to make you feel like you're not giving back to them in a certain way because you're not giving them money. There's also other points, I guess, too. It is that particularly these people can be very manipulative. If you're not careful. Another thing is sextortion, which is people with videos of you playing with yourself or something like that, or effectively nude pics of you, and they say they're going to post on the internet or whatever. There's that sextortion, which is one thing. Now, aside from that, I mean, there can be a whole different heap of types of, fake accounts out there. Fake accounts, scam accounts, stuff like that. And there's normally a ton of them on Facebook, I find. Like, I've had at least, in the past 6 to 7 months, so those 6 that I got rid of, or they actually got detected by Facebook and deleted, I've got these 3 recent ones I just added. So, which is Mara, Talala, and Chora, or whatever her name is. Chorel, or whatever it is. My point is, it's those 1, 2, 3 accounts that are actually fake. So, I mean, that's just from personal experience, just from knowing this stuff. And the reason I got the accounts there in the first place is so I can have a bit of fun with them and fuck with them, because that's what I want to see exactly what they do and how they respond. Now, realistically, I did all this stuff in my earlier video, and I just want to explain some of the stuff. So, what I actually did in my earlier video, I ended up sending an email off to a scam artist, which I will show what that scam artist email looks like. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish this. Okay, right. So going on from the point of view of where I was, right? So we've got these fake accounts right here. So as you can see, this one is in Indonesia. And shit. And so is this one. They're both in Indonesia. So I'm saying that, like, watch out for accounts from Indonesia or certain foreign countries and everything else and things like that, because they're more likely to be, I mean, unless, well, even America, though, you can get them too. I've seen people get some of that. So, yeah, there's definitely that stuff to consider. But I think, like, as I said, I've got these fake ones here. I'm just looking through them. We're going to see what response I get out of them. So let's message this person and say hi. I've already said hi and they haven't responded. So I might just say... hello. Hey, how's it going? Alright. So we'll see if this person responds. If they don't respond, that's fine. But I like to muck around with them a little bit. Like, to be honest, these are recent ads, so I haven't really done much with them, to be honest. This one I haven't done much with it either. So I'll say... just want to see if I get a response out of it. If I don't, that's fine. Shit. So we'll get rid of that one, So, at the moment, I'm waiting to see if I get responses out of these particular accounts. That one... I might actually end up getting a response out of that account, so what I'm going to do is just going to say... see what we can get, yeah? So there we go. See what that person responds to. If they respond. If they don't, they don't. That's fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here anyway. So let me go back. So I've sent responses to each of these accounts to see exactly where or which direction they go. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. To crack a few things, actually. So, these accounts I'm going to keep an eye on and see what response I end up getting out of them. But so far, I have not received a response. That one I said hi a while back. That one I think I said hi a while back. That one I think I said hi a while back as well. So I haven't got first response out of these. So I'll see what the response is and I'll see what they come out of. But I do believe these are fake accounts. I legitimately do, and not just that. Typically, it'll start out on Facebook, and then it'll move across from Facebook to Hangouts, and then from Hangouts it'll proceed from there to saying there's some wondrous disaster that's actually caused problems and issues in their life and things like that. And they'll normally end up hitting you up for money or some type of loan or credit card or something along those lines anyway. I guess the other side is that sometimes they ask for a credit card number depending on the situation. So yeah, typically that's what they'll do. I mean, look, at the end of it, you have to be pretty fucking stupid to actually get stuck on these scams. But look, my point is I'm teaching people that this shit is around. So we got this. We've got... you may... Wow. You may. Oh, Christ. I wasn't this coffee earlier. It's annoying. Okay, so typically what'll happen... Now, I keep a record on my Trillian of all my messages and stuff that go in and out of my accounts and stuff like that, especially when I'm doing stuff. What this does is it keeps an extra record just for my own value and everything else, just to make sure that, you know, in case I need to back shit up or whatever and stuff along those lines, you know. Or it's not just a case of backing shit up, but it's also at the same time covering your ass in case something happens. Now, I mean, I'm not saying something will happen, but you know, it's always possible that something could. So it's always good to cover your ass. So definitely have a program like that. I like Trillian because it logs all my messages pretty much. Maybe one or two, it might miss a couple of messages, but most of it is on Facebook. But if there's a problem with your Facebook account and you can't get into your Facebook account, that can cause problems. But that's the reason I keep it around anyway. Okay, so going from that, these are the 3 fake accounts I'm going to be examining. Now, aside from these 3 fake accounts, there's also some other stuff as well. So aside from these three fake accounts and the fake accounts that I know about that you can create on Facebook, because it's piss easy to do, and not just that, you can be pretty creative with them if you want to. Put heaps of detail into them as much as you want. And most of that detail is, I always go to immense detail, especially to make them look more real anyway, or relatively real. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it seems relatively real. So, I mean, look, the point that I'm trying to make is I'm keeping an eye on these accounts for now. We'll see what happens with them in the future. The other thing too, let's have a look. Instagram. So we got Instagram. So direct messages. So I've been communicating with this person here. Now, initially I looked at the person's profile, I did a reverse image search, and I could not find anything that indicated it may be a scam necessarily. But at the end of it, there's a few things if you go through the entirety of all these messages. So firstly, I was just sitting here talking to her and, talking about stuff and everything else. It's like, not bad, how are you? My name's Dan. She asked my age, my occupation, and a few other details. She just wanted to know about me and stuff like that. Now, the reason some of these sentences are fucked up on the fucking on the text is because I was using speech recognition, and it was absolutely fucked. It was not working properly, and that's hence maybe there was. I don't think there was a miscommunication between us. Like, I think she could pretty much understand what I was saying. I don't think she didn't get the entirety of what I was saying through most of the things I was talking about. But a few things got garbled, a few sentences got garbled and stuff like that, and I tried my best to fill in the blanks as much as I possibly could, and it was kind of fucking annoying, really. So bad experiences, somebody scared me out of money, plus I'm looking for the right person, at the end I'm looking for a soulmate, and I just want to make that clear. So, I mean, this is my point. I was kind of just going through and playing a role. I didn't realistically want a soulmate, I was just kind of curious how she'd react if I said that. Now, there's definitely some stereotypical stuff that some of the stuff she says is scammerish or romantic scammerish. Jesus Christ, it's fucking making up words now. But it's like romantic. You can tell that there's romantic intent behind it, but not just that. It's actually it's targeted at somebody for a romance scam. So then I'm going, I'm single. I'm still single. Haven't found the man. Haven't found an honest man. Then she turns around, she says, yeah, I said there's a lot of assholes, narcissistic types out there, straight up cheating ones, yada yada yada. Some women, the same type of thing. Just depends on where you go. Try to be a good person if I can. Nobody's perfect, but at least I try my best. That's fine. That fine. Obviously her English isn't great. I don't think she was using spectrum. She's not. At least I don't think so. Anyway. What do you do for a living? Yourself? I just need to be loved. And, typical response. I work at McDonald's. That's feasible. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. It's a job. That's the main thing. You're understandable. Some people don't deserve to be loved at all. Just don't express express any empathy or emotion towards others. And that's from personal experience. But yeah, no, I mean, what I was trying to say basically is I understand there's some people out there who don't deserve love at all, in the sense that they don't express any empathy or love towards anybody. They're just narcissistic, psychopathic sons of bitches. Or, women, for that matter. It's like there's some women who are same, too. All depends on the person. Yeah, it's understandable that you want to be loved. There are some people who don't express much empathy and emotions towards others. So, yeah. Sorry, my speech recognition stuffed up before. So yeah, I told her that. But wanting to be loved is fair. I said yeah, and then she put a love heart, and then she sent me a photo. Did she send me a photo? No, I don't think she did. Did you send me a photo then? No, that's weird. I don't actually remember that photo. That's interesting. That one I don't remember. That's weird because I don't remember a photo. Like, I literally don't remember her sending me a photo. This is my dog, Angel. Oh, I love this. And then she said, and she had a love heart and everything else. So I put a picture of the dog, picture of my coffee, picture of my dog with some music playing in the background, sort of thing. Okay, dear. And then I put a picture of my dog again with my coffee. And I said, I have no pets. Okay, sorry to hear. Yeah, I will like to get one. I would like to get one. Yeah, they're good. They're good to have around, particularly if you're in a bad mood or having a bad day. You can give them a hug. I said, yeah, sounds like a good idea. And then, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So I said, yeah, sounds like a good idea. You should get a pet. So the thing is what I meant. She had a picture of myself, which was just basically me with a really unkempt hair. Here's what I look like myself. Oh, my hair, that's a bit messy. Just got out of bed. Yep. Okay, dear. Don't mind my hair, it's a bit messy because I just got out of bed. I think I mentioned that twice. For some reason, Okay, that actually makes sense. Oh, don't mind my hair. That's what I said. That's what I meant to say. Oh, don't mind my hair. That's a bit. That's a bit messy. Is what I meant to say. I just got out of bed. So what actually has happened in my speech recognition is going, oh, my hair. That's a bit messages. I just got out of bed. Said, okay, dear. And then I said, don't mind my hair's a bit messy. Are you handsome? Thanks. Sounds like the typical response out of somebody whose first language is not English. Then she sent me a photo. Do you have a selfie of yourself? She sent me a photo, which was just basically her face. There was nothing else in it. Unfortunately, that photo has vanished, but I should have taken a screenshot when I did, when I saw it, but it doesn't matter. So she sent me a photo of herself. It was just plain blonde hair, and that's what I'm gathering from the original photos and stuff that she sent me. Not sent me, but the ones I saw on her Instagram. She clearly it was the person in the picture, but I don't necessarily know where it was, whether it was or not. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, we're just working through this. You're very cute. Thanks, dear. Love heart, love a heart. All the typical stuff. I said bad habits, smoking and stuff like that. I pretty much explained that I smoke a bit of weed, and I don't consider that bad habits. I got a haircut, which that was the day after I did my own haircut and everything else. You're looking handsome, thanks. What are you up to today? 1:59 here. 1:59 a.m. here is the point I'm going to bed. So that was like 2 o'clock. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Probably. Yeah, no, it would have been almost 2 o'clock in the morning when that happened. Okay, what did you have for dinner, darling? Some roast lamb and vegetables. Realistically, I just made that up. I think I was just playing along to see what she did. Because I've never had roast lamb and vegetables. Well, I didn't have that night anyway, in question. But I just made it up to see what she'd do. Oh, that nice. Are you going to bed now, dear? Yeah, I was trying to do, but I had to upload a video. All good, it's uploaded now. So yeah, that's alright. I told her I didn't upload. I was uploading a video, I think, recently. It was a while back, but yeah. It wasn't. It was for another social media platform. Okay, darling. How are you doing? How's your day going? Hi, baby. Hey, how's it going? It's always the hi, baby thing or the combination that they do. I'm good, and you? Not bad. Not too bad. I think not bad. Got to be drunk. Not too bad. So I got drunk and stoned last night. Had some fun and did an internet stream. Okay, so yeah, that would have been explaining that to her anyway. But I mean, that's fucking totally out. The sentence is fucked. Not bad. Got to be drunk and stoned. That's not what I meant to say. That's my fault. It's actually like not too bad. Got drunk and stoned last night. Did an internet stream. Aside from that, feeling pretty good for a Saturday morning. Not overly hungover. Yeah, because I wasn't. I was pretty good. Okay, what are you up to? Just waking up at the moment. Just had a therapy session with my therapist. Okay, did you take your coffee? Yeah, I have one. I had one. I had one when I got up at 11:22 a.m. Okay, what are your plans for today? Having a cigarette at the moment, relaxing for the morning. This point, I'm going to be taking my dog for a walk along on the lake. Possibly seeing if I can organise some more stuff and put on eBay. So that was just something I was doing during the day. Then she said, "Love your smile." Oh, okay. Thanks. Hold on a second. I gotta stop the recording for a second.